Hello, hello. Super excited. It works on my phone. So I'm still going to be able to live on YouTube. Um, the only bummer is that can't see anybody on Facebook's comments. So if you're Facebooking me, I might need to try to just utilize my old phone, um, so I can also see comments. But until I get a computer, I promise, I promise, I will go back and I will look at the comments. Let me see. I thought I have a phone. Well, let's see. Mm, Did I? It might have died. We'll see. But I do have another phone, my old phone, so I might be able to utilize it for comments or something. We'll see how it goes. I also had ordered this a long time ago, and it was like a whole setup. However, it doesn't go into my phone, and my phone doesn't have a headphone connection area. So it's mostly everybody does Bluetooth anyway, I guess. So that's where it's at. Um, but yeah, super stoked that I can come in. I can say hi to you guys. I can stream. Yay. On YouTube. There's where there's a will, there's a way. And so I'm super excited about that. Let's see. Update. Well, I don't really like have an update of I don't wouldn't know what I was updating anyway, honestly. I've had a rough few days, so I'll just put that out there. Uh, with the laptop breaking, the kid had a seizure. Um, I finally broke down and I had to clean the living room area, which I try to stay out of because I'm not always well received there unless it's by my son. So, anyway, or sometimes not even by him. Sometimes he's just so mad he doesn't even care. But yeah, I don't know. I got asked last night if I had thrown away my son's psych meds. Now, I know I've done a lot of crazy stuff in my life, like, and I have legitimately, totally, that's so bonkers stuff. But let me tell you something. This this dopamine, this recovering dopamine has never in her life thrown away a barbiturate. Never. I guarantee you, there are people out there in this world that would be like, "Oh, yeah, Benna, oh no, like she would never, she would never do that." I mean, even I just don't bring him in to my vicinity these days, but even back in the day when I was straight doing the things, I always did everything. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know. I think that was weird because I was also cleaning yesterday. Um, like I said, and everybody had vacated the premises, so I had the whole trailer to myself. So I proceeded to really deep clean things um, from corner to corner, essentially, the windows. Cause like if you don't get the windows, they get moldy and they get dirty and dusty. And, if you don't clean the stove every time, especially in an RV, it can cause, I mean, it can cause fire hazards anyway, like even if you're not in an RV. Um, but and like the inside and outside the fridge, which I still have to do two shelves. I got the top layer and the outside of the fridge done yesterday. So today I have to go do laundry. Like turn that up a little bit there. It's like right in my eyeball. So that's cool. And I was gonna do like a out and about live with you guys. Um, but then I realized that I can't see anybody but YouTube comments. So YouTube, if there's anybody on YouTube here, I can see your comments. Well, supposedly that's what it's saying. So if you're watching this on YouTube, please leave a comment that you can see it, because this is the first time I've ever done this on my phone. I didn't even know it was an option to do it on the phone. So I'm pretty excited about that. Cool. And the phone's back on. So let's see. I'm going to have to hook this up to uh, great. Oh, wait. No, actually, I can hook it up to the citrus to the park we're at right now has its own Wi-Fi. I don't know. It might. Oh, there it goes. Wow. Even with no service and nothing pulling off of this phone does not want to work. But I'm hoping it'll work long enough or well enough to, okay, it's connected. So I should be able to go onto YouTube or Facebook. I mean, sorry, onto Facebook and open up my thing. And we're going. Let's see. Hold. Well, it's definitely broadcasting. Okay, now gotta turn that down. But I can't see the comments of the live. Cancel. Oh my goodness. Okay. There we go. Let me pull up the comments of this live. Can I see? Yes, there isn't any comments. Okay. But I don't know how to look at the comments on here. That's not even, and it still says I'm broadcasting, and it's showing that I'm still broadcasting. So I guess I'm broadcasting, and if you comment, maybe I will be able to respond back to it at the time here in the live. I think maybe it just had a hard time getting caught up. Because I should. Hey, Kirsta, what's up, girl? I am trying. Well, at least I can see when people come on. I can see the comments now. It took my phone a little bit longer, but I'm using my old phone to see the comments because I'm streaming on my new phone. And I want to be able to see who pops on. And unfortunately, through this streaming app, Facebook, apparently Meta is not a fan. Dude, I think I forgot Instagram. One day. One day I'll have it all together. Probably not today. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm gonna put this right here so I can see people as they come in on Facebook too. So anyway, as I was saying, I totally um I don't know what I'm doing, you guys. Honestly, I'm having like such a hard time just kind of wrapping my brain around various things that have been happening and that like I'm put out some boundaries and I'm trying to keep them. Um, and it is not easy to not overreact or we be brash, if that makes sense. Um, but it's frustrating, because you're like, so I sit there and I say to myself, like, I'm saying these things because I'm autistic, I'm neurodivergent, and it's like, and I need things to be done a certain way, right? Well, they aren't getting done a certain way. And, but also, like, nothing's being respected either. You know what I mean? Like, so, I mean, not nothing. I don't know. I want to say this like in the best, most gentle way possible, but still get my struggle across. Um, it makes me very frustrated when when I put out something that I require because it's a special need because I'm autistic and it makes my life better and it makes me not as freaked out and not as stressed out, and then no one is there to catch it and you know throw back essentially to me. And it gets it labeled as like abuse and things like that. So I just don't know, you guys. I really don't know. Oh, look, I could click live chat. Is there a live chat thing going on here? Oh, no. Apparently, I don't know. It says right here that I could click on live chat. Anyway, um, yeah, this phone is so slow and it's so frustrating because it's so slow. Um, it was like one of the reasons why I really had to get a new one. And yeah, so anyway, I did a live earlier about you know, buying healthy foods for cheap. Um, so that is covered. But I want to come in and do question of the day with you guys. So let's add up to like prop because since it's on my bed, I have to like prop my stand up to where like it's level or it's like you guys are coming at me and it gets crazy. Okay, question of the day. I will master the art of Blake. So I'm going to put this up. Hold on a second. Can I do a banner? Yeah. I will master the art of Blake. Okay. and add banner. I'm going to throw it up here for a minute. Oh, wait. What's going on? Is it up there? I can't see it. Oh, let's see. We'll see if it reflects. So I will master the art of blank. So for me, probably, um, I would like to master the art of wise speech and communication. Oh, you know what? I need to like fix that. Hold on. Oh, well, that looks. Hold on. No, 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 no. Let me edit it out quick. Okay. I was too much in my head. Okay. Okay. I will master the art of, and not if. Oh my gosh. Today is just one of those days. It is that day. Today is that day that like everything is going right. Kind of, like everything's going really good. Like I'm not over here going, oh, all this stuff is wrong. I'm just over here going, oh, my head hurts a little bit and sucks for sure. And I'm thinking it's because I didn't work out yesterday. And all my muscles got really tight because I didn't stretch either. And so I think I'm going to start stretching on my off days. So on the days that I don't go work out, I'm still going to, I don't know. And I don't really, I mean, I do work out, but I don't work out. So it's like I go and I do yoga and I do the massage chair and the hot and the shower and stuff after. But I don't like, I was sweating for sure. I was definitely sweating. I don't consider it a workout. It's hard work, but like I'm not jostling my body around. Hmm. I'm super excited because one of my favorite workout teacher mentor people, Sean T, is doing a low impact workout. I honestly, personally, never thought I would say Sean T and low impact workout in the same sentence. And if you guys know him, you would know why. I mean, I don't personally know him. Oh my God, that would be so cool. But I don't personally know him. It just, I have done his workouts for quite some time. He has been one of the many active coaches in the with Beachbody with the Body app that I use, and I've just grown with him, and we're the same age, which is crazy because this guy is like, I mean, he's just this gay, fabulous dad that is built like a freaking brick, built, cut, built, been through been through it all and still is out there being a positive influence for people. And I kind of want to mention too that like I show up and I try to be positive, but on days like today where I'm just like being and I'm just trying to be in the positive, not necessarily be positive because I'm pretty positive, but to not let my brain, hold on, let me move a minute here, not let my brain and things get to me. Oh, that works too. Oops, what's happening here? Okay. Um. Anyway, so like because I'm being neurodivergent. I am like huge with like the self, you should have done this, you should have done that. Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that kind of stuff? You know what I mean? And it's just not, um, well, I'm watching it. I was just looking at this important message that says that the stream won't show up on Facebook unless it's public. And I'm like, well, I'm looking at it, so it's showing up somewhere. Um, I don't know. I'm struggling. One of the things it just really bothered me. One of the things that my mom used to do to me all the time, and I've done to people because I'm just like, it's only, I said the other day to Shawnee, I was like, it's only you and me here. My mom used to say that to me all the time. But she also used to say that to me, like when she was asking me if I did something, and then I'd be like, "No, I didn't do it." And then she'd be like, "Well, we're the only two here, and I know I didn't do it." You know what I mean? And then we go back and forth, because she knew I was lying, because she knew I was full of crap. And last night, in cleaning the side of the trailer that had not been cleaned for a hot minute, um, I lifted up a tire because we've been kind of stepping and standing on this tire, which I was like, please stop standing on the tire. And it did not happen. And it's a brand new tire. So I don't want it to get ruined or the frame get bent before we ever even got a chance to use it, you know? So I pick up this tire. Now, under this tire, I see literally a massive amount of Zachary's clothes, like 5, 6, 7, 8 articles of clothing under this tire, like rolled, like kind of just in a pile with the tire on top. Now, I'm sure that thinking that Zachary itemized and threw in all the clothes that I was looking for that happened to be all the clean clothes that I were clean but were no longer clean because they'd been under this tire and rolled around in the dirt. And also a walkie-talkie battery and a clip, right? And the reason these things are important is because a while back I had asked somebody that if we could use on moving days, if we could use a walkie-talkie so I wouldn't have to scream, right? Because I scream, if I get loud, then I get anxious. And that's just how it is. And they said, yeah, of course, of course, of course. And then like a week later, they were like, oh, we can't because I can't find the battery or the clip. Right? And I'm just like, well, you don't have to have the clip to use it. Well, I can't find the battery. Well, now I can't find the walkie-talkies, right? I have the two, but anyway. So, needless to say, it was all for nothing. But when I found that battery that has been missing for months, and I was just like, and it was just the things that I was kind of having to let go of through the past week. Like, where did these clothes go? Like, I just washed them. They were just here. All of them are gone. Like, where did they go? And I only asked that out loud to another person because I'm in here in my room. I have the doors locked. I cannot see what's going on out there. So I do not know. However, neither do they because they can't see either. So, yeah. So catch that double-edged sword, if you will, right? It's like, even if, or, so here's the things. So this is my brain having to believe one of two stories. Either a maniacal 15-year-old shoved all the clothes down in there, right? Um, because he was angry that he didn't get to go, because he does shove clothes in various places. Like, he does. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on in his head when he's like, I'm gonna shove this shirt, blah blah blah. So it has happened. This is where that story kind of I have a problem with it though, is here because I just have a hard time believing that um he sat there with like 10 articles of clothing and individually shoved each one through a hole that big and nobody noticed that a 5'10" kid was over by the tire at the end at the foot of someone else's bed, and they didn't notice that he was just in there. I mean, it would have taken quite a bit of time to shove a whole bag of clean clothes, not the bag, all the clothes were out of the bag, bunched up together, shoved under the tire. And the tire was flat, mind you. So we're talking like this much, right? In the little hub area of the cab. I have this really cool chair. I actually put a picture of it on Facebook yesterday. Zachary was sitting in it, so it was fairly large. By the time I put all those clothes into the chair, they heaped the chair. It was like everything I had got up in the morning at 3:30 one day because I couldn't sleep and did a load of laundry for Zachary with all of those clothes. Some of them still smell clean and looked clean. So I shook them off and they went back in the drawer, like a couple things. But there was like his whole wardrobe practically, like 5, 6 outfits in there, 6 shorts. And I'm like, where are all the shorts going? Like all month, all like this last 3 weeks. I was like, where are all the shorts? Like I just did a load. Where's this load? I have no idea. I have no idea. Nobody knows, right? Nobody knows where it went. So I'm like, that is just ridiculous. Like now, my shampoo and conditioner. I went to take a shower last night. My shampoo shampoo-conditioner got taken out of the shower, even though Zachary has his own shampoo conditioner for his own shower bag, and I have my own shampoo conditioner for my own shower bag separately. Like I have a different separate shampoo conditioner that I take to the gym. So I'm not like passed out or anything. But I was in the shower last night and went to go wash my hair and couldn't. So then last night I was like, well, screw it. I'm just going to go to bed, whatever, like, because it was just this back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth that never stopped. And until like, Zachary and I went on a drive at like 10:30 last night or no, 10. It was like 10-ish. Um, and we were gone till like 11:30, 12 o'clock. And then I just came back here and went to bed. So um definitely doing the best I can. It's frustrating and my mom used to tell me the same thing. Like when I was a kid, and my mom would say, well, I need to have things done this way, and this is why. Or she wouldn't say this is why. I'm a why kind of kid. It's like, okay, well, when you don't do this, this is how it makes me feel. I am that kind of person. It's like if you tell me what I'm doing is making you feel, I'm going to do my very best not to do it. However, I'm bipolar and neurodivergent, and sometimes that is overcomes me, and I'm not as gentle and kind as I'd like to be. I'm more frustrated and just like, God, why can't you just do this? Like, wow, why? I don't know. My mom taught me that if I use something, especially if it's somebody else's, to put it back where it belongs. I grew up in a home that everything had its place and everything has a place and everything in its place. And if something was out of place, my mom noticed at the drop of a hat, kind of like I do. And this happens because we are so sure in the back of our minds that somebody is disrespecting us. And when the realization hits that um, they don't do what we ask of them because they don't respect us like that, or that much. They don't respect us enough to do something that doesn't make sense to them because it makes your mental awareness and your mental and cognitive abilities easier for you. Um, they just want to tell themselves that you are just being an ass and abusive. And finally, last night, it was like, it was enough. I was like, I'm so done. I'm so tired. And I've just been doing these fights. I mean, and these back to backs and these debates and these back and forth and the explanations and all the things for so long. Like we've been together. Well, we're not together now, but we had been together for like 17 years. You know what I mean? And it was just this like insanity, right? We just kept doing the same thing, expecting different results to happen. And they never did. Surprise, surprise. No, they never happened because we never changed what we were doing. And the funny thing about recovery is one day you can have it, right? One day, like all the mantras and the things, or they're popping up, they're coming, and the next day it's you're just struggling trying to tell yourself that you're not a time and that you don't always make people's lives harder and that there are a lot of people out there that care about you and want to see good for you. And it just sucks when they aren't who you want them to be or in the way that you need that to be, right? Because you hear of like friendships and relationships or whatever. It's like every friendship, relationship thing is it's a relationship. Every friendship is a relationship. Every work coworker, that's a relationship. Like I really feel like sometimes the word relationship just gets slapped together with like a couple, right? But if you have a friend, that's a relationship. And if you work with somebody, if you volunteer with somebody, that's a different kind of relationship. But for all intents and purposes, you have to respect the other person's space, like, and their boundaries. And yeah, they're not your boundaries. They don't make sense to you. They don't have to. They're not your boundaries. They're theirs. Like we're here as human beings, not to walk all over and take advantage of, which seems to be the status quo in white America. Um, we're supposed to be here to like help and love on each other and encourage each other and do our very best and know that if we're doing our very best, nobody in this world can ask us to do anything more than that. And that it is okay for your life to change, especially if the way you're living is no longer serving your peace. So, yeah. Anyway, thanks for hanging in with me. Thanks for letting me try this out. Um, I might come on a little bit later and do some card pulls or something. Maybe. I'm not 100% sure though. It depends on where this migraine's at. I was really hoping that going to yoga and doing yoga and the water jets and the hot water would help. I'm not sure. It seems to be getting worse. So it might be time for me to get up and move around or something. All right. Well, I love you guys. Thanks for you know, and also for those of you all who are going to be watching later, because I know there are some, please feel free to let me know how this how the phone did, how the video quality was, how the sound was, lighting, um Yeah, like the whole nine, you know. Just let me know how it is. And I will I nobody left any comments, so if you leave a comment, I will respond back later after you have left it. And also, oh yeah, um September 4th starts our next round of voting. I am going to try to make a flyer with a QR code because I'm planning on handing some out in town this month. Just while I'm out and about, just be like, please vote for me, or going to events and just be like, hi, I'm a photographer and I'm just trying to get my stuff out there and raise money for a good cause. You know what I mean? Could you please give me a free vote? And Yeah. So we'll see what happens. But now I don't really know. I guess I'm gonna have to go to the library because I don't have a computer to do the flyers. I'm sure I could do them on my phone. So if anybody knows of a good like flyer creator, um, or you can just go on Google Docs too, and then email it to the library and have them like print me out 50 of them. But I have to wait for the contest because I forgot which picture I posted. So I can't make them yet until after the contest starts and the preview of the picture is shown. So I can go to the original and put the original on the flyer and then put a QR code that people can just scan right there and then go vote and scan and go vote. Or maybe I should make business cards. What do you guys think? You think I should do flyers or business cards? Business cards I could have like Vistaprint do them for super cheap. And then I don't have to go to the library and I can have a business card with the QR code, um, maybe. But then but then I'd have to remake them like every month. But that's okay. I mean, yeah. So maybe I just make sure to hand out all my business cards every month with the current picture. And then maybe I just do that every month for every competition. It's an idea. It's an idea. All right. I love you guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'm going to go try to get rid of this headache.